Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to each and every one of you. So I would like to start by first wishing each and every one of you a very happy World Theatre Day. As someone who has been doing theatre for the last 10 years, I felt I should do something today. So I just want to do something, I thought of doing something theatrical for all of you. And one of the plays that is really close to my heart is a play called Julius Caesar, written by, you can understand who I'm talking about, the one and only William Shakespeare. Probably the greatest playwright the world has ever seen. And I think a huge advantage of studying in the ICSE board is that, you have these plays that you study in various classes. So I very clearly remember, all of you who are ICSE board students spread across the country will be able to relate with me. We studied The Merchant of Venice in class 7 and 8. Then we studied Julius Caesar in class 9 and 10. And finally we had The Tempest in class 11 and 12. So, it's like 6 solid years of the original play written by William Shakespeare. And that is a huge experience. It has a huge impact on you. Of course, if you love literature and if you love theatre and drama and all of that. Anyway, coming back to Julius Caesar, one of my favorite plays. I think, theatre lovers across the world, if you ask them about Julius Caesar and if you ask them what is your favorite portion from Julius Caesar which you really like, I think everybody will tell you the same thing. Mark Antony's speech just after Caesar is assassinated. So that is one of my favorite pieces of drama, of theatre. I just thought, let me just do a live and perform that piece for all of you. I don't know how much you like it, but I'll just give it a go. And once again, for all of you who have just joined in right now, wishing all of you a very happy World Theatre Day. And here is a very small presentation from me, from the play Julius Caesar, which is Mark Antony's speech just after Caesar has got assassinated. So here goes. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus had told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously had Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest. For Brutus is an honourable man. So are they all honourable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. He had brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says that he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honourable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reasons. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it comes back to me. Yesterday, just yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. And now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. O masters, if I were deposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong, and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honourable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here is a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue. Have patience, dear friends. I must not read. It is not meet, you know, how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. It's good you know not that you are his heirs. For if you should, oh, what would come of it? Wait, please, will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I've overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it. You will compel me then to read the will, is it? Fine. Then make a ring around the corpse of Caesar and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend? Will you give me leave? Nay, press not so much upon me. Stand far off. Countrymen, if you have tears, prepared to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. 'Twas on a summer's evening in his tent. That day, he overcame the nervi. Look! In this place ran Cassius' dagger through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. Through this the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be dissolved. If Brutus so unkindly knocked or no, for Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ingratitude, more strong than the traitor's arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffing up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen. Then I, and you, and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind souls, what? Weep you when you but behold our Caesar's venture wounded? Look, you here. Look, here is he himself marred, as you see, with traitors. Good friends, sweet friends, no. Let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private greeds they have, alas, I know not, that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator, as Brutus is. But as you know me all, a plain, blunt man that loves my friend, and that they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, nor action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's wounds. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves don't know. Show you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there wherein Antony would ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar that should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny. Yet Hear me, countrymen, yet hear me speak. Why, friends, you go to do you do not know what? Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? Alas, you know not. I must tell you then, you have forgot the will I told you of. Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas. Hear me, O good friends, hear me with patience. Moreover, he had left you all his walks, his private arbors, his new planted orchards, on this side of Tiber he hath left them you, and to your ears forever common pleasures, to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar, when comes such another? Don't go. Now let it work. Mischief. Thou art afoot. Take thou what course thou wilt. So yes, that was Mark Antony's speech from the play Julius Caesar. And I think every time anybody reads it, I think it's very intense. And you just have to look at the character graph of Mark Antony, how he just manages to sway everyone and just throw everyone off their feet. He takes permission from Brutus and all the other people to come and speak at Caesar's funeral. And he makes a very innocent front of it. And yet he comes here and he manages to inflame everybody. By the time his speech has ended, the crowd has gone berserk. And the crowd is convinced that Caesar was wrong. And then right at the end, just when you don't expect him to show anything else at all, he shows his true colors and comes up with the last killer line that, I have done what I have done. Let mischief take its course. So yes, Mark Antony, a wonderful character in real life, but even more so a wonderful character written by William Shakespeare for Julius Caesar. So yes, that was my very small presentation. I really felt I had to do something on World Theatre Day for all of you. So here it was. I'll try to probably enact something more effective next time. But for now, wish each and every one of you a very happy World Theatre Day. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.